3 records that I've launched that never actually made their way onto any official tapes that I kept. They were good enough for the actual cut. And then there's 12 additional new and original cuts. And there's that one, there's the Riot remix that we actually did with 2 Chainz. Well, that was actually his idea, to do the Riot remix.
You know, when I think about mixtapes, I think about 50, I think about 50 getting on other people's records and putting his flavor to it. And, you know, so I wanted to excite the people by doing that, you know. Shout out to 2 Chainz.
Yeah, that was a good call, definitely. You know what I mean? Because I heard the record, I listened to it, and I was like, oh, this is like a no-brainer, you know what I'm saying? But usually when I did touch someone's record, I did it over. I didn't keep them on the song. Like the Big 10, because I feel like this is a big enough event to mark. I'll be releasing music videos for every song off of the actual project. You know, but this time I've hired specific production managers to come in and make sure it happens in a timely enough fashion for me to release each music video after every 1 million views. So we average the 1 million views every 2 days on Big 10, so it'll happen fairly fast. We'll get the music videos out.
It felt good, you know what I mean? It's 50, so I almost had to step up my cash shit talking a little bit. You know, like make a couple people uncomfortable and mad, and just do what I do best. You know what I mean? I came up in an era that, you know, Fifth pretty much set the trend on what mixtapes mean and how you go about it. You know, so I learned a lot from what Who Kid and Fifth were doing, you know, and in a sense, you know, one of the ways that I was able to do what I was doing was applying a formula that they had up top and apply it to Southern music, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I remember when I first started Gangsta Grills, people would say, you know, when it comes to the South, you know, they don't want to hear new records, don't talk on it, don't play exclusives. Like, that's what the stores were telling me, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how, when it comes to mixtapes in the South, this is how it needs to be done.
So I felt like the tape got finished like in 2 days because they didn't see the pieces that I was doing at different points that I had laying around. So when I went to the studio, like the people that were around me felt like I went into the studio and came out with the tape because they didn't hear the work process. Like they was like, yo, like it came out because it was like 6 joints. There was like a full, like half the tape that they could actually listen to after I came out. And they was tripping off of that, but I was like, nah, I worked on it. Like, I found what I wanted before I got there, so it's not really that quick, that easy, but you know,
I was impressed because I was a little nervous with the date, and us talking about the records and knowing how his schedule is, and even us going, you know, we had planned on doing the tape before.
Are you sure this tape?
And you know, I've been hearing about it for the last 5 years, you know, through social media, like, yo, where the fuck ever happened to the tape? Yeah. So when the idea presented itself, I was like, yo, make sure we really doing this tape. Cause I'm not going through that no more.
He's like, yo, cause when I put it on Twitter, I said, yeah, I said I might do my Gangsta Grills, and he said, oh, you put it on Twitter, you gotta do it now. You gotta do it. People, your fans, everybody else is watching. He said, you gotta do that. This is before we even got into actually doing it. He hit me back like, yo, you gotta, you know, you told people that it's over.
It's over.
Tell them you gotta do that now.